I don't know how I'm gonna.
What is this, Wolf of Wall Street? Hang on, this is a thumbnail. Stay there.
Hey guys, I'm at the British Motor Show pop-up event in Salisbury at Marshall BMW. As you can see, there are some beautiful cars there. Let's go check this out. What this is kind of like an appetite, something to whet your appetite. What they call it, an amuse-bouche. Isn't that the correct term? This is what this is, an appetizer. It's just to give you an idea of what the British Motor Show is about, what you can expect to see there, what you can expect to experience there. So what they do is they take these events around the country, these little pop-up shows, but they are proper car events in themselves. So damn cool. Let's go check out some cars and meet a few people and find out a little bit more about what this is, what's going on here today. Brown car guy. Sam, what have you brought today? This looks like a Countach.
So this does look exactly like a Lamborghini Countach, but last week you saw me with the blue Lamborghini Diablo replica, which was fantastic. It was beautiful and it was aesthetically correct, apart from that whacking great supercharged V8. But I swapped my Lamborghini Murcielago for this Lamborghini Countach replica. Okay, so this has got a 3.9 litre V8 engine with a Renault UN1 transmission that you'd see in the DeLoreans or the Renault 21s back in the day. But this car...
That's the one that's in the Lotus as well.
It is as well. It's exactly the same transmission.
That's a bit of a weak transmission though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to break, but don't you worry, because this is more of a car to look at than you want to drive, as we'll find out in a minute. But this colour is a Bentley green. Okay, so in some lights it looks black, some lights it looks grey, and then when you get down,
grey.
Yeah, but when you look at it, it pops in a green kind of twang. But to me, all right, I've never wanted one of these. Yeah. So when the guy said to me,
well, hold on a second. I mean, look, to me, to my generation, I mean, that's the ultimate supercar. That's the ultimate poster car of my entire generation, and probably 2 generations afterwards.
The problem I had, right, is I didn't want one, I needed one. Yeah, and then when this car came up, he was like, I got a Countach, would you like to swap for my Murcielago? I was like, not really. Thanks anyway. I was like, do you know what, I'll come and have a look at it. Because I was worried that it was going to be a piece of junk, right? And I turned up and I was like, oh my God.
This is amazing though. I mean, look, from, literally, like, I know this car. And
you know the real car, right?
I know the real car. It's the first supercar that I ever reviewed was a Lamborghini Countach in 1990.
Wow.
It was a white one, And then I drove another black one about a decade ago in Dubai, owned by a friend of mine.
I got a fact for you.
This is amazing.
Do you know what year the Lamborghini Countach was released?
76?
74.
Oh,
so
okay.
This is registered as a 74.
Oh, really?
And the story behind this car is that a gentleman that worked at GT Ford Racing in 1974 had a Countach from one of the MDs and took the molds off it. And that is why it is so aesthetically correct. I mean, I haven't...
So what you're saying is that this is actually built off the molds of the actual car?
That's what I've been told. Right. Because I know it's a full space frame, so it's not based on an MR2 or a Fiero. Right. So we know it's a full ladder chassis, and we know it's got a whacking great V8 and a manual gearbox. I can imagine it's freaking horrible to drive. But
you mean you haven't driven it yet?
No, I haven't, because I'll show you why. Come around here. So see the front bumper? Yeah. That was painted yesterday. I paid a person to paint that, and then I got it off the trailer and broke it. Oops. And then I also did the same to the other side. I also broke it there and touched it all in. Yeah. But the rest of the car is pretty goddamn pretty. But I've never driven it. I got the clutch working, I got it running and driving, but I've not taken it out on the road yet. So it's a matter of getting this car right before you, we want to walk before we can run. That's when it all goes wrong.
I mean, the wing is perfection, isn't it? It's got to have a wing on it.
I'll tell you a fact of the day.
We need more exhaust pipes on this thing.
Did you know that Lamborghini Countach's never left the factory with a spoiler?
The wing on. Yes, I did know that,
I did not know that.
Yeah, I did know that.
So under here.
Oh, that's close, that, isn't it? That rubs against that.
That did rub.
Yeah.
So under here.
And did you know that this section on the Countach is really thin? And they tell mechanics not to lean over that.
Right.
They're not supposed to lean on that because you could actually dent that quite easily.
They do that as well on an XJ220 Jaguar. They have a fabric panel that goes over them. Yeah. It's designed for like a mechanic's panel.
Yeah.
So 3.9 litre V8. You can see she needs a bit of a scrub up and a clean.
That's a Rover. It's a Rover V8.
It's a Rover 3.9. So it's got some oomph there.
Yeah.
Full ladder chassis. What I want to do is put some sexy headers on it, so a really nice exhaust, and put a proper exhaust on it, because this exhaust is a bit rickety, as you can see down here.
But it needs more tailpipes as well, doesn't it?
It should have 4.
Yeah, it should have. Yeah, but aren't they meant to be closer together?
So yeah, they're supposed to be like slash cuts, really. Instead of 2 that are going to 2, we should have 2 coming out, which we're going to aim for. If you want to jump in this side, I'm going to jump in the other side.
Well, I'll try. There we go. So this is trying to, keeping in mind that I have actually sat in an original car as well. This one is quite difficult. It's a bit of a contortion to get in here.
It should be called the Lamborghini Contortion.
Oh my God!
Look at that.
I'm gonna need. What are those doctors that put your body back into shape again?
What do they call them?
I don't know, but I think I need one.
We need one. A chiropractor. We need a chiropractor.
Any chiropractors out there, get in touch immediately.
So we have Lamborghini gauges.
Yeah.
We have sexy switches. They all work, by the way. Everything works. So you flick the lights on, the headlights go up.
These are the actual gauges, aren't they? Yeah,
I don't know.
Well, they are Italian.
Electronico, so they're definitely Italian.
What?
But this is a bit Bluetooth, you see. So we've got to make that look a bit prettier.
Yeah.
But you know what? Overall, I think it is.
I have to say, it looks the part, and this is how the actual thing looks. That's for sure.
And it was cloth as well.
But I gotta say, I mean, having driven like 2 of them, I definitely had more space in the actual car. So I'm not sure what's happened. No,
you might have grown.
Stop talking about my belly.
No,
stop talking about my belly.
You skinny male of awesomeness. But I think that, because I've got a little bit of a secret to tell you.
Go on then.
So, in 2 weeks' time...
Is there something we can tell on camera?
We can tell. In 2 weeks' time, I want to see if I can sneak onto the Gumball Rally.
In this thing?
With my fake
That
Gumball.
would be awesome.
You know, so...
Are you going to sticker it up?
I'm going to try and get like Gumball 2,999 or something, because I'm not quite Gumball ready. Like,
oh, no.
£60,000 for a Gumball ticket.
Well, are you sure you can drive this, honestly? Because like my head is... I don't know if anybody can make this out, but my head is right there. Where's the accelerator? Okay, oh my God! The accelerator is in the middle of the car.
Look at the door cards.
That's amazing. That's actually correctly cut.
Really?
That is correctly cut. But
what about windows? How would the windows undid on
the windows only came down because they wanted it to throw the coins into the toll booths, right? That was the only reason they even had a window. That was the only reason. But this is extraordinary. You got the Lambo, they got the bull in there. But honestly, like I don't think I could. I would not be able to move this for 2 minutes. I can't. I'm gonna need a chiropractor.
We're gonna need one. I am not getting the baby oil out, and I am not massaging you, no matter how much a lovely man you are.
Dude, you might have to. You know what you need to do?
Yep.
You know what? Take this camera and go around, because watching me get. Oh my God. Let me see you get out of here, and then you're gonna see me try to get out of here.
See, when you turn up and you think you're cool as hell, you
are
not cool getting out.
Not when you have to fall out of the vehicle.
Oh yeah!
That's crazy.
Oh, I'm coming round.
Oh my goodness. That you saw that. I mean, I don't even know how I got in here. So now, honestly, I don't know how I'm gonna.
What is this, Wolf of Wall Street? Hang on, this is a thumbnail. Stay there.
That's the only way to get out of it.
Let me get that in.
I need help. Call for emergency services now.
There's your thumbnail, Shazad.
Oh my
Thank
goodness.
me later.
Well, there you go.
It's like an Asda's own version. You know, because Asda's own, like Smart Price sausages, they're always smaller and not as good. Yeah. So you can't get in it, it's not as good and it's smaller. There you go. Brown car guy.
Who are you?
I'm Andy Emerson. I'm chief exec at the Motor Show.
As if I didn't know that. So what is this? What you call them the pop-up shows? What are pop-up shows?
Pop-up motor show. So what we're doing, bringing the community. Oops, sorry. Let's try again. Pop-up motor shows. We're bringing the community together. We've done 3 of these now, and the idea is that we turn up in different parts of the country, and we're partnered with Marshalls for this one. So we're bringing people to Marshalls, and we just invite the local community to come down, bring along their cars. They don't have to be BMWs and Minis.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of them.
Yeah.
But we just get them to bring along their cars, talk cars with other car fans. We've got a barbecue going on. We've got we've got a
Let's
Sega
walk down
rally.
and have a look. So, I mean, you know, you've got an amazing array of cars here. How have you managed to get all of these fantastic? I mean, we have a Mustang parked next to a BMW.
That's a great one, isn't it?
You know, with what is that? A Ferrari replica, Cobra back there.
based on a Z3.
Mini. I know, those are amazing, aren't they? Absolutely incredible. And of course, there's a black BMW that I'm quite familiar with.
Nice one, yeah.
How is this done? Is it just the network that you've got, or is it clubs that are coming? What's happening here?
It's a bit of everything. I mean, it's a good point. Yeah, so we've got a few clubs here. You'll see there's quite a lot of Cobras here today, so they've come to clubs. We reach out to the local BMW Mini Owners Club, so they bring some down. Marshall's reach out to their owners and invite them down. And then I think the other thing is, it's people we know. So through the main motor show, we got a lot of owners, a lot of clubs. We've built great relationships, and that's really important. You know what we're like. We're car people. So
this is the thing,
we
and,
talk to
and I
people.
think isn't this what puts the British Motor Show completely apart from any other similar event? Because it's not just a show, it's not just a corporate businessy thing, but it's a community thing, which is what this is about, right?
It really is. You know, I set this up 3 or 4 years ago. You know me, I'm a car guy, and I did this because I love cars. And I think that passion comes across. So we don't just get people turn up and then see them in a year's time. We keep in touch, we talk to them. So we reach out to the owners and say, we need that. I know someone who's got that particular car. So like we've got this fantastic 5 Series here. I know Dan, and it's like, Dan, you've got to bring your car down.
Look at it,
Absolutely. So so it's a combination of all of them.
I mean, and you have this 5 Series. These are amazing. Looking down here, another replica. That's a Daytona replica over there. By factory 5, how often do you get to see something like that? But the idea behind these events is, I suppose they're a bit of a taste of what's to come in August, right?
That's right. Yeah, they're a bit of a taste of the motor show. It's bring the community together, have some fun. You'll see what we're about, talk about the show, show what we do. So, and the show is new cars. Got all the new cars, classic cars, modified cars. So it's a little bit of what we got. This is just a tiny fraction because, of course, the main show it's huge.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's talk about that. I mean, this is the third year.
Yeah, third year
of the reborn British Motor Show, right?
Absolutely.
Which you know, to be honest, like sometimes I feel a little bit like the motor show is actually not the right term for it. Because it's so much more than a motor show, isn't it?
It really is, and you're absolutely right. But what we wanted to do is and it's still there, I wanted to just re-engineer, if you want to call it, let's use motor in terms, re-engineer the motor show, and it came about going to some other shows, not in the UK, elsewhere. We'd walk around halls of new cars, and you could kind of do it really quickly, and you couldn't get in half of them, it was dull. I was like, no. As a car fan, and as I remember the 5-year-old me, what do I want to see, what do I want to do? So the live part of the show is really important. So you're right, we're not like a motor show. And a lot of people go, it's not like the old motor show.
No.
And I say, thank you. It's
exactly.
not supposed to be.
Exactly.
But it's kind of...
And I think this is very important, and I can't emphasize this enough. I really want to make this point, that because a lot of people say to me, oh, it's just a motor show. It's not a hangar full of new cars. No. There's stuff going on. It's a day out.
It's kind of, to be honest, I'm going to care what I say. The new cars, I mean, they're there, they're important, but they're only a small element of the show. And if all you want to do is come along for the new cars, then you're missing the point here, really. Because you turn up, you could do a day of cars. You could do a day in Hall 1 and Hall 2 and Hall 3, and you'll see all the new cars, you'll see the electric cars, you'll see all of that stuff. But you've missed all the modified stuff. And then you've missed the live action, the motorsport arena.
Which is amazing.
So we bill it as a one-day show, and the idea is that at the end of the day, you go home and you've not been able to do it all. And we found that people are coming back 2, 3, 4 days. You could easily fill your 4 days, and that's what I want. I want you to go and say, that was the best £50 I ever spent.
It's an entertainment, isn't it? It's all about entertaining. It's all about and the fact that you've you've got celebrities involved. I mean, Mike Brewer's out there all day doing that live action thing. Then you've got Tim and Fuzz doing and Tim is here.
Yeah, Tim's here.
Even with these pop-ups, you're giving people a taste of what it's like.
Absolutely.
And the wonderful thing about, we talk about these people as celebrities, but he's just here mingling with people, chatting with people. It's incredible, isn't it?
And that's really important to us, because that's a big part of the show. And you know that because you're one of our celebrities at the show. But it's, you're right. We break Mike Brewer every year. So you want to come along and see Mike Brewer broken, come along and watch us work him hard. And he's a great guy. But you're right.
Incredible energy, honestly.
Yeah, he really is. But they all have him. Tim is here, and Fuzz comes with him.
And samhard and hardupgarage.
And then we've got Derek Redmond, who's an athlete with us this year. We had Ewan with us last year. The one thing that we do is we bring people along who are going to be part of the show and part of the fun. So Tim and Fuzz, at 10 o'clock every day, they go to the main gate and they welcome people in.
And they really do. I've seen them there.
And people walk in. I know you.
Yes.
So that's what the show's about. And we've had, particularly in year 1, we had a couple of other celebs come along who were partners with other people. And they came in, they said hello, they did the bit, then they went and sat in the green room.
Yeah.
So that's not what we want.
No.
So we don't have a green room anymore. So you get people coming and go, where can I get away from everyone? Oh, you can't.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to have to go and talk to people. But actually, what that means is the people that we get along, they love doing that.
Yeah.
So we got more, I'm going to get knocked over.
No.
We got some more great people along with us this year, a few more to announce. But it's all about, the celebrities getting involved.
Yeah.
We got the other things we've got done. We got some amazing. I can't tell you too much, but I've got an amazing opening ceremony that we've never done before.
No way.
Really cool.
No, I mean, to be honest, like in the previous years, you've had people parachuting and you've been skydiving.
Yeah, they're back.
That's been pretty spectacular. You're
going
to top that?
Yeah, we're going to top that with an opening ceremony.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
We've got another Guinness World Record attempt, which is going to make last year's look easy.
Yeah.
Don't tell Paul Swift I said that.
Right.
And then
Paul Swift is also there every year. He does he breaks records every year.
Every year. And this year we're going even bigger, and it's going to be quite challenging. And then we're bringing back, and we did it 2 years ago, and we're bringing back car football.
Oh, wow.
Because it's a great spectacle. Watching celebs or influencers or even motorsport stars. We had Ash Sutton in it a couple of years ago, in these old nails of these cars playing football. And by the end of it, by Sunday, there's not much of the cars left.
Can't wait. It's going to be amazing. Make sure you book your tickets. How can people get their tickets?
To the website, thebritishmotorshow.live. And I'm going to plug the price. It is $23.50 or $47 for a family of 4, which is a bargain.
I mean, to be honest, that is really, because if you think most of the car events, and I've had people come back to tell me this, that they can't afford to go to events, but if you talk about $23.50, most events are starting from £30.
Absolutely.
Starting from £30. And what was the family price?
£47 for a family of 4.
I mean, that's a bargain.
It's less than the cinema or a McDonald's.
See you there. Thanks so much, Andy.
Thank you, mate.
Brown car guy.
Tell me who you are.
Sean from A1 Alloys.
A1 Alloys, right? And what is this? What are you in?
325.
Right, it's a car I'm quite familiar with, except you've chopped the roof off, or you haven't, but that's how it came.
Yeah,
so tell me about this car. Tell me a little bit about it.
Previously got it a year ago. Full respray last weekend. And first day.
Last weekend?
Yeah, last weekend, literally. It's first outing in it today.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So,
it looks fantastic. Have you had a good day here today?
Oh, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah?
Absolutely brilliant.
It's been getting a great reaction, right?
Nice to see.
What's the reaction you get when you go out in your bright red convertible
Everyone
E30?
looks everywhere. Everyone's forever looking at it. It's great.
That's awesome. Wonderful to see.
Brilliant.
Thanks so much,
Thank you
man.
very much.
Enjoy the rest of the day. Try not to work too hard. Right, check out this Mini, and I want to talk to you about your Mini. Tell me who you are, and tell me about this amazing little car.
My name's Jason, and this is a Mini Designer, which is the Mary Quant version, so she put her own touch on it. It's based on a Mini Mayfair, and she just put the Nimbus Grey items on it, changed the interior, she's got her badges in places, and just a little touches here and there. But yes, it's 1988.
Yes.
And they only made 2,000 of them, 1,000 in white, 1,000 in black. I bought it in 2019. It wasn't in the best of states, so I've done a minimal restoration.
Right.
Unfortunately, the paintwork wasn't very good at all,
Right,
so
right.
I've had to have it resprayed.
Yeah.
But most of it is original, and as
That's
it should be.
amazing. Can I ask, how much did you get it for?
I paid 2,500 for the car itself.
And these are worth what now? These are like rocketing in value right now.
I'm guessing somewhere between 10 and 12-ish.
That's amazing, isn't it?
It is, yes.
Especially when you think about it, you could pick Minis up for a few £100 not that long ago, right?
Yeah, this is the thing,
Yeah.
I mean, my first Mini I paid £100 for, it cost me £100 to get through the MOT,
Yeah.
but it was just an amazing car.
Tell me about the Mary Quant connection. What's that about?
Well,
for people that don't know.
She was asked to participate in...
Who is Mary Quant?
Mary Quant is a fashion designer. So she was well known for she designed the mini skirt, I believe.
So the story goes that the Mini or the mini skirt was actually named after the Mini.
That's right, yes. Yeah. She named it after her first Mini, as it were. She's always loved Minis.
Yeah.
So they asked her to get involved and do something with it. And yeah, she just, like I say, done minor tweaks, changed the interior to the black and white stripes, which is another one of her associated things, if you like. And just little bits. Like
it's amazing. It's got her name on the badge and everything. It's incredible.
Yeah, it has. It's also the daisy that's on there is on the steering wheel.
Wow. And the interior trim has been done by her as well.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, black and white stripes.
So when you go out in this thing, why don't you wear a mini skirt?
Yeah, don't think I'd look too good with that, I must admit.
Well, have you tried?
No, I haven't, no.
Maybe you should.
Maybe I should, yes.
Thanks so much for talking to us, man.
No problem at all, thank you,
Awesome.
have a good day.
Hi, my name's Nigel Watley. This is actually a Mills Extreme vehicle. It's known as an Exocet. Basically, it's a kit car that's built and based on a MX-5. So you can build it using either an old MX-5 Mark 1, Mark 2,
Right.
or Mark 3.
Oh, right. Oh, so any of them, really?
Yeah.
And how long does it take to do this?
Well, depending on the individual, of course, but for myself, probably just over 6 months during lockdown.
Oh, that's
So-
a useful way to spend lockdown, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, in the evenings, you obviously didn't have the travelling time to working
Yeah.
from home, so
Yeah.
got a bit of extra time.
Yeah.
So literally get out in the garage in the evening,
Yeah.
and away you go. And the great
So
thing
how
with it,
complex is it to make that change?
anyone can do it.
Really?
Basically, anyone can do it. You can literally strip a Mazda MX-5 down in a long weekend quite happily, and away you go. Really, get your kit and.
So tell me this, because you obviously had the Mazda MX-5, you obviously drove that.
Yeah.
Is this an improvement?
Well, you're taking a car that weighs a ton and a quarter and turning it into a car that weighs between 500 and 600 kilos.
My goodness.
So power to weight ratio
Yeah.
is obviously going to be quite something.
And what about the sensation? Because I mean, a Mazda MX-5 is open top, but this is completely open. You don't have any doors on this thing.
I know, and that is it. You know, it is the feeling. It's a great thing.
Yeah.
For there's a lot of people that have ridden motorbikes in the past that now want four wheels, and they can get one of these and have the sensation with the air and everything else.
Yeah. So it's the next best thing, kind of.
Yeah. And it is a bit safer.
I am Callum, and this is a 1967 Camaro. It's a 5.7 litre V8 350 small block engine in it, and I've had it for about 2 years now.
And have you given it this treatment, or was it like this?
No, this is how it came from America. This is as it was imported about 6 years ago from a friend of mine, and he was going to do work on it, but he decided to sell it, so I brought it and have had it since.
And you've decided to keep it as it is as well?
Well, it goes in next month to be resprayed.
Oh, really?
So
what are you going to respray it as?
It's going to be a similar candy apple red.
Oh, candy. All right. So you're going for the show car thing?
Yeah, have a bit of shine, something to polish,
nice,
something to
nice,
make it
nice.
shiny. Yeah.
But it is beautiful. I mean, it's got a sort of a rat rod feel around it, hasn't it?
Yeah, and a lot of people love the rat rod. You know, a lot of people have said just leave it as it is because they love that look. But for me, it's take it back, make sure the rust isn't too bad, and get it sorted, and then make it something that I can shine and clean.
Well, hello there, I'm Jake from the Fuel Power YouTube channel, and this is my 1991 Rover Mini City. I've had it for about 4 years now, as of about March sort of time, 4 years then. And I've taken to shows and road runs and things like that. It's been absolutely brilliant. One or two issues when I bought it, so it's completely stock when I brought it. And I changed the grille out for this slightly nicer Austin Wadies chrome one. Press on the number plates, I just think they suit the style of the car a bit more. The 30 numbers on the bonnet, on the doors, on the boot as well. They're just put on in 2021 to celebrate the fact that this car was 30 years old in 2021.
Right. So you're not racing it. The number is just there for. All right. Right.
So yeah, I put it on. Kind of just liked it a bit too much.
Yeah.
Just haven't bothered to take it off, to be perfect.
Excellent. And you have a channel as well. What's your channel?
Yes, I do. I've got my own channel, and it is Fuel Power. It says on the T-shirt.
Yeah. And what sort of stuff do you cover?
We cover events, car reviews. I've done quite a few car reviews now, actually. Modifications and changes to cars.
Right, my name's Nigel Sampson. I'm the owner of Sampson Motorsport, and this little car is my mini club and hill climb and sprint racing car.
Do you actually sprint race this? I mean, it looks a pretty serious piece of kit, this.
Yes, it's in retirement now because of rule changes, but up until 2021 we campaigned it relentlessly. It's been on its side, it's been on its roof, it's been in all sorts of situations, but it's come through it and won many championships.
So what does it take to make a Mini do this sort of stuff? I mean, what have you had to do to it?
Well, the most important thing really is to take your brain out and put it on the side before you race. Anything else is fundamentally unimportant, but obviously the standard Mini as it came out of the factory, 38, 40 horsepower, isn't really up to performance. So the more performance and the less weight you can get into a car, the better it's going to be. So what we've got there is a 1380cc car. It's got a straight cut gearbox, a limited slip diff. It's still running SU carburetors because, in my opinion, it's the best way to be. Still on distributor, no fancy electronics. And it produces about 100 horsepower at the wheels, which is plenty enough in a car that weighs 600 kilos.
But you have got other cars as well, and we've been in conversation about some of your American cars, but you've got quite a selection of stuff, haven't you?
I've got an eclectic collection, it's fair to say, yeah. We've got everything from 1950s Frog Eye Sprite up to 1990s Clio Williams, and I've got a 2003 Subaru Impreza WRX. So if it's got wheels and an engine, then I'm interested, you know.
And even Americana, because you got a Camaro.
I've got a Z28 Camaro, That's really because since I was 17, I've always had a V8.
Right.
There's always been a V8 in my house.
Since you're 17?
Since I was 17.
So what was the first V8?
P6 Rover 3500S.
Right, of course.
It was just... They were a cheap, affordable car. It wasn't considered a classic at the time, and at 17-year-old, running around in a V8, I felt like the bee's knees.
So I'm Dan. I own a company called Tech Autos, and this is a Factory 5 Racing Gen 3 Type 65 coupe. Yeah, so I'm the UK licensee for them. So we bring them over, we do the whole process for you. So from initial idea of you coming down, we take you out in the car, we scare your life out of you, take money off you, all the way through to if you want a factory built car, we build the car to your taste, and it's really tailored around you. It's set up where we'll bring you in, we'll do a fitting with you, we do your seat, then after we've got you comfy in your seat, we then do your pedal box, your gear shift, your steering system, your handbrake, your dial cluster. So it's really honed around you and what you want as a driver. So Factory 5 is one of the biggest replica companies in the world. They were in the US, now in the world. We have 9 different models now. We do Cobra Daytona, of which we do 427 Cobra, we do a 289 Cobra, and we do a challenge car. Daytona, we do 2 different versions. We do the standard Daytona, like this one, and then we do the Coupe Daytona. We then do the hot rods, so we've got 2 different types of hot rods. We then do a hot rod truck, and then we do more of the supercar type stuff. So
what are the hot rods based on?
So the hot rods are our own thing.
Oh, okay.
So they're our own chassis. We're still doing the blueprint and the Ford racing engine setups. We do an LS setup now for them. We're sort of into there. So this is a brand new vehicle. She's running a 306 from Blueprint, 400 horse, Tremec TKO 600 gearbox. She's running a Mosin rear axle on the back, so one for a live axle. Tried to keep it a bit more sporty than others. We do a GT option as well, which has the S550 Mustang rear end in it.
Right.
Phenomenal driver. It just glides when you drive along. You get the experience, you get the drama, you get the constant YouTube videos, and driving on the highway. And you just look cool. Like, anyone can have a Ferrari, anyone can drive it, but nobody can like get that.
Anybody can, but somebody's trying to nick it right now.
So kit-wise, if you budget around the 65-70 mark, and that gives you everything. So literally all you got to do, put it together, paint the thing, and stick it through the IBA test.
Right, but that's a self-build. You have to build that yourself. Right, okay.
We started 90 for a factory-built car.
Fully built up.
Fully built up.
Right.
And it's a lot of car for
That's registered too, right?
That's number plates, the whole lot. That is on the road. Number plates, you turn up, we give you the key, we do the whole pimp my ride, flick you as you go sort of thing, and there you go.
That's the same as 65 iPhones. You can buy 65 iPhones in the course of your life. You can buy something you actually enjoy.
Brown car guy.
I'm Kevin Nix. I'm the creator of the world's fastest shed, 3 Guinness World Records, and a lot of UK and ITA speed records. Best ever top speed is 114.6 miles an hour.
114.6 miles per hour for what is basically looks like a garden shed.
It looks like. Don't be fooled by its sleek exterior though.
So what is it really? What's underneath it?
It was a B5 Passat. I've now put much later Audi RS4 running gear, so it's an MRC tuned 4.2 V8. Normally aspirated.
And what did it take to transform it to this?
7 months of my life.
Right.
To originally build it. say also beneath this, it's all steel framed.
Right.
It's passed the very strict IVA test, which
And that's a frame that you must have built. That's a bespoke frame.
Yeah, it's a lot of consideration should ever I have an accident. You know, what's this going to do? What's that going to do? And if anybody's ever had something IVA tested, they know how strict the rules are for that.
Why is a big question probably many people are asking is like, why do this?
I'm amazed not everybody's done it because it's great fun.
Yeah.
I had a car sat, the short story, I had a car sat there I was going to scrap.
Yeah.
Too good to scrap. Came up with the idea, built it, got it all road legal. And now my journey has been amazing. I've driven over 80,000 miles in this. I've raced at venues all over the UK.
80,000 miles?
Yeah.
Wow. And what is it like to drive? Because it is a little bit wider than your average car, isn't it?
Yeah, but not much. It's no wider than a van. It's all optical illusions.
Yeah, okay.
It is incredibly comfortable. I've got an S-Class Mercedes. This is more comfortable on a long journey than my Mercedes.
Really? And what about seeing out of it?
Vision's fantastic because the screen's much further away, so your A-post is much further away.
Yeah.
And then I've got 4 cameras on it which go out to the sides and 2 on the back. The vision actually is better than anything I've ever driven. I've got sort of 7 Guinness World Records, 3 in this. The barrow of speed is the most mental thing.
What's that again?
That's a motorised wheelbarrow. You think you're going to die every time you go on that. And anybody who's had a go on it will tell you it is mental. And then I've got motorised BMX. I built the world's longest mobility scooter. I've just built a wheelie bin, which is...
A wheelie bin, I saw that. That's absolutely bonkers.
Yeah, it's not fast.
I mean, honestly, what a load of rubbish.
Yeah. It's good fun. It's just but everything that I do, my reward is actually seeing people smile.
Yeah.
There's too much negativity in the world.
Yeah. You've got a little mascot here, a little guy poking his head.
Yeah, that's the second one, because the first one, being out there in all weathers, got beaten to death.
It's actually called the fastest shed.
Yeah, that's
V6.
That lies.
Yeah.
That's what it is on the V5.
Right. Oh, okay.
It's registered.
That's what it actually
Make
registered
and model,
as.
fastest shed.
You've got plants in it as well.
Yeah, the kids like them.
Yeah. How do you get into this? Is this a door?
This is the door.
Right.
So I built all the door locks.
Oh wow! Look at that. We're on a fob here.
Button here.
Oh, neat. Oh, and you've got Rolls-Royce style doors.
Yeah, I was here first. You have a sit in it.
That is incredible. So here we are, and you're right. There's tons of room. There's a dead guy here as well. He's been in here too long. But
so you.
It is a proper shed. It's a proper shed as well.
So up there, that's my double bed. All that comes down. That goes across here. I've got heating in here.
You have heating in there?
Yeah, so at race...
So you can literally camp out in this
Yeah,
thing?
yeah, because normally I'm at race events, which are on airfields.
Yeah.
So when we socialise, then I go to bed and I'm nice and warm.
Yeah.
So I've got double bed, heating and lights. That's it. You're looking there, that's the world's fastest motorised BMX.
Oh, that's the one you were talking about.
Yeah. It looks much better out in the
That's
sunshine.
Amazing. Let's round this off by just having a quick look at what's under the bonnet. Or is it called a bonnet in this thing? What would you call it?
I call it a bonnet.
You actually have windscreen washers as well.
Yeah. Has to have everything.
Oh my God, look at that. What a beast.
It is a bit dusty, sorry about that, but I use it.
That's amazing. I don't think people were expecting to see that. That's incredible.
So it weighs about 2.5 tons, does 0 to 60 in about 7 seconds. As I say, top speed that I've done is 114.6. Best ever quarter mile I did was 14.65 seconds at 98.5 miles an hour.
That's incredible. Kevin, well done. Amazing. Long may you continue to your craziness. Absolutely.
Great
awesome.
to meet you.
Brown car guy.
Hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please hit the like button and share this video as well if you can. And while you're at it, check out these guys who also sponsor my content. I am deeply grateful to them because it helps me to buy new equipment, put fuel in the cars, and yes, buy a cup of coffee. You can do the same. Just go here or right here on YouTube. Just hit these three little dots down here and click on thanks. Make sure you're signed in first. My content is free, but this is how you can help me keep it that way. I may even send you a gift. Oh, by the way, watch this next.